Righto. Moving on now with the second round of the Epic Incentive. First out would be George Matheson on Bella. Number 2, Max Nell on Everly Smooth Criminal. 3, Phil McCormick on Bellevue Park Speckle. 4, Curtis Cherry on Miss Smart Alec. 5, Jonathan McDonald on McDonald's Bart. 6, Jimmy Matheson on Little Diamonds. And 7, Olivia O'Reilly riding Kinda Shiny. First out, we're watching George Matheson, local competitor. George is riding Bella. George comes into this second round with a 21 in the first. Max Nell's to follow on the camp on Everly Smooth Criminal. Number 3, Phil McCormick, if you could be waiting at the gate. There for George. Score there for our first competitor, George Matheson on Bella. 20 for cutout, 61 for horsework and 4 for the course. A total of 85 with a 21 in the first round. That's a grand total of 106. We've got Max Nell on the camp now. Max comes in at number 2 on Everly Smooth Criminal. Number 3, Phil McCormick, should be waiting at the gate on Bellevue Park Sparkle. Say that 3 times fast. Number 4, Curtis Cherry on Mish Smart Alec. 5, Jonathan McDonald on McDonald's Bart. 6, Jimmy Matheson on Little Diamonds. 7, Olivia O'Reilly on Kinda Shiny. 8, Peter Brown on Layla. And 9, Johnny Matheson riding Max. We're watching Max Nell. He's riding Everly Smooth Criminal. Everly Smooth Criminal was bought out of the sale in 2023 by Smooth as a Cat out of Hazelwood, Kokomo. 21 for cutout there for Max. With a 21 in the first round, that's a grand total of 42. And Loman competitor, or I think was. This is Phil McCormick. Phil's riding Bellevue Park Sparkle. Curtis Cherry, if you could be waiting at the gate on Miss Smart Alec. Number 5, Jono McDonald, you're not far away on Bart. There for Phil McCormick, riding Bellevue Park Sparkle. score there for Phil McCormick riding Bellevue Park Sparkle. 21 for cutout, 62 for horsework and 4 for the course. Total of 87 with an 82 in the first round. That's a grand total of 169. We've got Curtis Cherry on the camp now. Curtis is riding Miss Smart Alec. I'm also told that Miss Smart Alec is out of lot number 109. Don't miss that one. Mitch and Anna Hoy have got lot number 109 in the sale. And she's a ripper. I don't know too many people that would say otherwise. Over in the cattle ring, and the kids were under her and they were over her and they were around her. So if you want a competitive mare that the kids are keen to play with, don't miss lot number 109. $15 for cutout there for Curtis on Miss Smart Alec. 15 for cutout with a 21 in the first round. That's a grand total of 36. Number 5 on the camp now. This is Jono McDonald riding McDonald's Bart. Jono comes into this second round on a 64. McDonald's Bart was bought out of the 2024 sale by Wyoming Performance Horses. Good to see Jono retaining the ride. That's time, Miles. I'm 3-6, is that what you made it? There for Jonathan McDonald on McDonald's Bart. 21 for cutout, 48 for horsework and 3 for the course. Total of 72 with a first round score of 64. That's a grand total of 136. 136. Working outside, we're watching another local competitor. This is Jimmy Matheson. Jimmy's riding Little Diamonds. Following Jimmy, we should have number 7, Olivia O'Reilly on Kinda Shiny, 8, Peter Brown on Layla, 9, Johnny Matheson on Max, 10, Ben Thompson on Rodlaw Cocktail, 11, Dan Colton on Bark Rip It Up, and 12, Ben Madem on Ella Miss Ellie. For Jimmy Matheson on Little Diamonds, 21 for cutout, 61 for horsework and 4 for the course, total of 86. With a 21 in the first round, that's a grand total of 107. She used to be an Iron Pot Creek girl. She's now a Grafton girl, as far as I'm aware, unless things have changed. This is Olivia O'Reilly on Kinda Shiny. Finder Shiny was bought out of the sale last year by Freshwater Grazing. So good to see Liv having a run. She comes into this second round with a 20 for cutout. Now, open competitors, take note. Tomorrow morning we'll be starting at 8 o'clock. It'll be an 8 o'clock start instead of a 7 o'clock start. So all scores made it into the second round of the open with an 8 o'clock start, which for us coastal fellas, that suits us pretty good. $16, Liv. 16's all I can do for you today with a 20 in the first round. It's a total of 36. We've got number 8 on the camp now. This is Peter Brown. Peter's riding Layla. Peter had no luck in the first round, unfortunately, so he's playing catch-up. Number 9, Johnny Matheson, should be waiting at the gate, and he is. Hello, John. Ben Thompson to follow at 10 with Rodlaw Cocktail. 11, Dan Colton on Bark Rip It Up. 12, Ben Matum on Ella Miss Ellie. 13, Curtis Cherry on AMAC Little Talks. 14, Jack Gallagher on Donny. 15, Laurie Argue on Deacon's Whiskey Sour. And 16, Brock Hamilton on Retreat Encouraging. $16 for cutout there for Peter Brown on Layla. Local man, this is Johnny Matheson, riding Max. Ben Thompson should be waiting at the gate at number 10. 11, Dan Colton, you're not far away on Bark, Rip It Up. Working outside, we're watching Johnny Matheson. John and Yannicka are very, very valuable sponsors of the Epic sale this week. Big thank you to John and Yannicka for your kind support. 21 for cutout for John with a 20 in the first round. That's a grand total of 41. Upper Horton competitor on the camp now. This is Ben Thompson riding Rodlaw Cocktail. Number 11, Dan Colton, if you could be waiting at the gate. 12, Ben Matum on Ella Miss Ellie. 13, Curtis Cherry on AMAC Little Talks. And 14, Jack Gallagher on Donny. Working outside, we're watching Ben Thompson riding Rodlaw Cocktail. Score coming through. Thank you, Ben. Score there for Ben Thompson on Rodlaw Cocktail, 21 for cutout, 60 for horsework and 4 for the course. Total of 85 with a 20 in the first round. It's a grand total of 105. We're watching number 11 now. This is Dan Colton riding Bark Rip It Up. Dan comes into this second round with a 71. He'll be followed by number 12, Ben Matum on Ella Miss Ellie, and 13, Curtis Cherry on AMAC Little Talks. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to check out the Morrow Made Saddles. Ben and Jessie Morrow, they do a fantastic job. I'm sure Ben's somewhere here on the ground. I probably haven't been here long enough to find him, but g'day to you, Ben, wherever you may be. Thank you very much for your kind support. Working outside, we're watching Dan Colton riding Bark Rip It Up. Bought out of the sale in 2024. Just short, unfortunately, Dan, but we'll have a score coming through. Dan Colton on Bark Rip It Up, 19 for cutout, 58 for horsework and 3 for the course, a total of 80 with a 71 in the first round. That's a grand total of 151. 151, Dan. Ben Matum on the camp now. Ben comes in at number 12 on Ella Miss Ellie. Ella Miss Ellie, owned by the Faulkner family, bought out of the Epic sale in 2024, by Ella Kookaburra out of Ella Miss Boss. And right where she needs to be right now. Well done, Ben. We'll have a score coming through. Score there for Ben Matum on Ella Miss Ellie, 21 for cutout, 61 for horsework and 4 for the course, total of 86 with a 77 in the first round. That's a grand total of 163. That puts you in second position at the moment, Ben. We're watching Curtis Cherry now. Curtis comes in at number 13. Oh, you're right, Curtis. Unlucky. Bit unlucky there for Curtis. He seems to be all right. He's ridden off. $21 for cutout there. Unfortunately, Curtis is all we can find for you. With an 84, you were on top too, going into this second round. 84 in the first round. That's a grand total of 105. Righto, we're on again. Number 14 on the camp now. This is Jack Gallagher riding Donny. Following Jack, we'll have 15 Laurie Argue on Deacon's Whiskey Sour, 16 Brock Hamilton on Retreat Encouraging, 17 Campbell Martin on Pryor's Platinum Bodega, 18 Lillian Meredith on Bulmer's Jimmy, 19 Mitch Donovan on Raya Blue Lily, and 20 Curtis Cherry riding Stylish Spin and Pepto. $22 for cutout there for Jack Gallagher on Donny with an 18 in the first round. That's a grand total of 40. On the camp now, we've got Laurie Argue. Laurie comes in at number 15 on Deacon's Whiskey Sour with an 82 in the first round. Deacon's Whiskey Sour was bought out of the Epic Sale in 2024 by the Nixon family. Laurie's looking to build on an 82 in the first round. $21 for cutouts, all we can get for you, mate. With an 82 in the first round, that's a grand total of 103. Number 16 on the camp now. This is Brock Hamilton. Brock's riding Retreat Encouraging. Retreat Encouraging was bought out of the sale last year by Shan McKnight. By Eagle Courage and out of Retreat Miss Bow. So score coming through there for Brock Hamilton on Retreat Encouraging. Brock Hamilton on Retreat Encouraging came away with a score of 21 for cutout, 62 for horsework and 4 for the course, a total of 87. With a 20 in the first round, that's a grand total of 107. 107. On the camp now, we've got number 17, Lower River competitor. This is Campbell Martin. Campbell's riding Pryor's Platinum Bodega. Number 18, Lillian Meredith, if you could be waiting at the gate on Bulmer's Jimmy. 19, Mitch Donovan and Raya Blue Lily. 20, Curtis Cherry on Stylish Spin and Pepto. And 21, Bow Collie on Rodlaw Starling. And for those sale horses that need to be over there at the stud cattle ring, they're waiting for you to do your classifications over in the stud cattle ring for all the sale horses. Just a reminder, 1 hour is left and they have to be done today. I've just been informed. So if you can get yourselves over there, get your horses classified, you've got an hour left. Oh no, I've just been informed we're actually wrong. 8 to 10 tomorrow classifications will be done as well, but I do suggest everyone gets a wriggle on. Don't miss it. For number 17, Campbell Martin. On Campbell Martin riding prize, Platinum Bodega. Cutout score of 19, 62 and 4 with a total of 85 with no luck in the first round. Unfortunately, Campbell, you hold that 85 for the time being. Number 18 on the camp now. This is Lillian Meredith on Bulmer's Jimmy. 19, Mitch Donovan, Grafton competitor. Mitch, if you can be waiting at the gate. 20, Curtis Cherry on Stylish Spin and Pepto to follow. In the camp now, we're watching number 18, Lillian Meredith riding Bulmer's Jimmy. Jimmy was sold in the 2024 sale by Heavy Metal out of Smart Bodega. Oh, hang on. Perhaps, I'm told here behind me, we think that mightn't be right. Cutout score of 16 there for Lillian Meredith on Bulmer's Jimmy with a 20 in the first round. That's a total of 36. We're watching Mitch Donovan now. Mitch comes in at number 19 on Raya Blue Lily with a 20 in the first round. He's looking to build. $20 for cutout there for Mitch Donovan on Raya Blue Lily with a 20 in the first round. That's a grand total of 40. He's gone down and he's back up again and on one of Bruce Birch's ponies. This is Curtis Cherry riding Stylish Spin and Pepto. He comes into this second round with a 21 yard and hungry for some more points. Stylish Spin and Pepto was bought out of the CQ sale in 2023 by Westland's Smart Pepto out of Peppy's Spin and Play Girl. This is Curtis Cherry on Stylish Spin and Pepto. 22 for cutout there for Curtis and Stylish Spin and Pepto. With 21 in the first round, that's a grand total of 43. We've got a local competitor on the camp now. This is Bo Collie. Bo's riding Rodlaw Starling. Following Bo, we should have number 22, Brett Ellum on Hoy's Yapper. 23, Scott McCormick on Muscle Up. 24, Tom Hancock on Grandland Park Miss Mac. 25, Ben Thompson on Acres of Metal. 26, Emily McMinimum on Rangers Royal Sherry. 27, Darren Beaumont on Dolly's Destiny. And 28, Ben McNaughton on RP Pushing the Cushion. Watching Bo Collie on Rodlaw Starling. Rodlaw Starling was bought out of the Epic Sale in 2024 by Rodlaw Retail out of Rodlaw Starlight. 20 for cutout Bo. He was on top, equal top as well. 20 for cutout for Bo Collie on Rodlaw Starling with an 84 in the first round. That's a grand total of 104. Bugle Bar competitor on the camp now. This is Brett Ellum. Brett's riding Hoy's Yapper. Hoy's Yapper was bought out of the 2025 sale by Smooth Talkin' Style out of Hoy's More Hope. Sold by Mitch and Anna Hoy. We're watching Brett Ellum now, though. Comes into this second round with a cutout score, looking to build profusely on that. $21 for cutout there for Brett Ellum on Hoy's Yapper with a 20 in the first round. That's a total of 41. Number 23 on the camp now. This is Scotty McCormick. Scotty's riding Muscle Up. He'll be followed by 24, Tom Hancock on Grandland Park Miss Mac. 25, Ben Thompson on Acres of Metal. 26, Emily McMinimum on Rangers Royal Sherry. We're watching Scott McCormick, though, now. Riding Muscle Up. Bought out of the 2023 sale by Time's Up out of Erin Storm Cat. $22 for cutout there for Scotty McCormick on Muscle Up with a 21 in the first round. That's a total of 43. Well, he was a casino competitor. I've lost track of him, but this is Tom Hancock. Westmar, I'm told. Tommy's latest hangout spot is. Tommy's riding Grandland Park Miss Mac. Bought out of last year's sale, having a ton of fun. better than the first round, Tommy. We've got a score coming through. Score there for number 24, Tom Hancock on Grandland Park Miss Mac. 22 for cutout, 60 for horsework and 4 for the course. Total of 86. Unfortunately, with a whip in the first round, that's a total of 86 as well, Tom. Made up the difference, mate. We've got Upper Horton competitor on the camp now. This is Ben Thompson riding Acres of Metal. Ben comes into this second round with an 80. Acres of Metal was bought out of the 2023 Epic Sale by Heavy Metal out of Glenkel Socialite. Through. Score there for number 25, Ben Thompson on Acres of Metal. 22 for cutout, 64 for horsework and 4 for the course. A total of 90 with an 80 in the first round. That's a grand total of 170. You hold the marble. Number 26 on the camp now. This is Emily McMinimum riding Rangers Royal Sherry. No stranger to the Glen Innes Campdraft arena. She knows how to put them round too, don't worry. Number 27 to follow will be Darren Beaumont on Dolly's Destiny. 28, Ben McNaughton on RP Pushing the Cushion. 29, Jack Gallagher on Kogel Diva. 30, Curtis Cherry on Susie's Last Dance. And 31, Gary Brown riding Tallawal Spice Girl. Watching Emily McMinimum riding Rangers Royal Sherry. Rangers Royal Sherry was bought out of last year's sale by Eagle Ranger out of Royale Eve. Bit of hard luck there, M. 21. 21 for cutout. With a 76 in the first round, that's a grand total of 97 for Emily McMinimum. Dorigo competitor on the camp now. This is Darren Beaumont. Darren's riding Dolly's Destiny. Dolly's Destiny was bought out of the 2024 Epic Sale by Del Rio Destiny out of Dundee Crystal. Dundee Crystal, maybe. Waiting at the camp, we should have number 28, Ben McNaughton. Ben's sitting there waiting ready. 29, Jack Gallagher, You're Not Far Away. And 30, Curtis Cherry on Susie's Last Dance. Well done, Darren. Score coming through for Darren Beaumont. Score there for number 27, Darren Beaumont, riding Dolly's Destiny. 21 for cutout, 65 for horsework and 4 for the course. Total of 90. With a 16, though, in the first round. Unfortunately, Darren, that brings you back to a 106. 106 for Darren Beaumont and Dolly's Destiny. Number 28 on the camp now. This is Ben McNaughton. He's riding RP Pushing the Cushion. RP Pushing the Cushion, bought out of the CQ sale in 2026 by Binia Impressive Destiny out of Burnt Spur. 21 for cutout, Ben. 21 for cutout. With a 21 in the first round, that's a 42 in total. Jack Gallagher on the camp now. Jack is our competitor number 29 on Kogel Diva. Kogel Diva, bought out of the 2025 sale by Yaven Spinnercat out of Bronzer Studs Sonora. Sonora? That'll do. Close. Round and out. That's what we want to see. Score coming through for Jack Gallagher on Kogel Diva. Score there for Jack on Kogel Diva. 17 for cutout, 60 for horsework and 4 for the course. That's a total of 81. With an 83 in the first round, that's a grand total of 164. 164, Jack. That'll get you another run. Number 30 on the camp. We watched Curtis have a spill before. He's up and he's rolling. Ready for some points. Curtis Cherry on Susie's Last Dance. Susie's Last Dance, bought out of the 2024 sale by Tap Dance and Cat out of Susie's Last Dance. Maybe that's not quite right, but it's close. Yeah, but anyway, it's by Tap Dance and Cat. Watching Curtis Cherry on Susie's Last Dance. Curtis comes into this second round with a 73. Curtis Cherry on Susie's Last Dance, 22 for cutout, 56 for horsework and 4 for the course, a total of 82. With a 73 in the first round, that's a grand total of 155. 155 should get you another run, Curtis. Our final competitor on the camp now, this is Gary Brown. Gary's riding Tallawell Spice Girl. Bought out of the 2023 sale by Tallawell Classic Acres out of Tallawell Double Take. Our final competitor, building on a 76. So we'll watch Gary and we'll have a short break after the completion of this second round of the Epic Incentive, and we'll go on with that Stallion Draft. So Stallion Draft competitors, we're not too far off. 20 for cutout Gary, 20 for cutout for Gary Brown on Tallawell Spice Girl. With a 76 in the first round, that's a total of 96. We're just going to have a short break. We'll sort a few cattle out. We'll get a few things sorted here, and we'll go on with the Stallion Draft. First out will be James Moorhead on Metallic Cadillac. 2, Drew Stevenson on Al Capone. 3, Stephen Blackadder on Blackadder Little Eagle. 4, Abe Graham on Stars Go Blue. 5, Emily Beddington on Hardcore Henry. 6, Chris Bagnall on Rebound Wingman. 7, Curtis Cherry on Convoy. 8, Campbell Martin on Drayton Sicario. 9, David Gillett on Icon. And 10, Bevan Wood on Branch Vale I'm Scrap Metal. They're the first 10 out in that Stallion Draft.